guys, remember last week when I made a mistake on which closed syllables paper I gave you? Well, now I figured out which one I gave you and which one I didn't. So let's go ahead and do this one more time. So we're going to divide these spelling words into syllables, and you're going to write one syllable per line. So the easiest way to find the syllables is to find where there are two consonants next to each other. So as a reminder, a vowel is A, E, I, O, and U. So those are vowels. Everything else is a consonant. Okay, so the letter B, C, D, F, G, all those letters are consonants. So we're looking for words that have two consonants right next to them. When I look at this first word though, notice how there's two. So we have SW, SW, and then MM, and then NG. The swim right here, when I say the word swimming, I'm not going to swimming. It's not going to break up perfectly. It's only going to break right in the middle. So right here is the consonant break. So where I find the word swimming right here on number 5, I'm going to write swim and then ming right there. Swim, ming, swimming, swimming. Disgust, disgust. Okay, think about it. Forget, capture, accept, distance, campers, summit. Take a minute and see if you can figure out where they all go. All right, so hopefully you went through all those. So this one, you would break it right here. Forget gets broken right there. Capture right there. Accept, distance, campers, summit. So you're going to take all of these and you're going to put the first half right there, and the second half goes right on this line. Okay? All right. For this bottom part right down here, we're going to write the spelling of the word that matches each of these definitions of these words up here. So from last week, do you remember which word meant the peak of a mountain? Peak of a mountain is also called the summit. The amount of space between 2 points. So the amount of space between your home and school is called what? The distance. If I examine something or debate it, I am doing what? I am having a discussion, or I discussed it. And if I fail to remember something, so I forgot. Or forget, I guess, because the word's forget. Sorry. All right, and then excluding somebody or excluding something is accept. And to seize or catch something, what am I doing? I am capturing it. All right, good job. All right, let's take a look at interjections and informal speech. So we've had a lot of informal speech while we were listening to Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, especially when we listened to Huck Finn talk. So when writers develop dialogue, they imagine how characters in certain settings would actually talk. Writers use informal speech to indicate character and setting. They often have characters use interjections or short exclamations to show surprise or shock, excitement, fear, or another strong emotion. So, for example, yikes! So that would be what we call an interjection. Okay? And what is he yelling yikes about? He's yelling yikes because they're in for a real bad storm. Okay, now do we say real bad? No, we say it's going to be a very bad storm. But this right here is what we call informal speech. Okay, so let's look at this next sentence. We're going to underline the informal speech or interjections in each sentence. So we're looking for one or the other. Okay, I'll take a minute and pause, and you take a minute and look through those and see if you can find any informal speech or interjections. Check back when you're done. All right, were you able to identify where the informal speech is in this particular sentence? It's not an interjection because they're not shouting out anything, but it's right here. She hollered. Okay, it's different. We don't usually say hollered. She shouted, she screamed, she yelled, that kind of stuff, but hollered, not quite. All right, what about on number 2? She looked down the street. Whoa, she said, you're biking real fast. Okay, so we have an interjection right here because they're shouting, whoa, you're biking real fast, so that's in surprise. Ain't nothing to it, he shouted back cheerfully. Do you see the informal speech in there? Words that we don't usually write? Right here, the word ain't. Usually in written language you would say something else. He acts as if it weren't nothing, she said, but he should slow down. Weren't nothing. There you go. He pedaled around the block and returned. Gosh, that was fun. Word gosh. You sure are fixin' for trouble, she said. Fixin'? Another biker zipped by. Wow! Interjection. Look at how fast he's going. Right there. I'm gonna catch up with him, he said. Good job. Hopefully you were able to do all those and got it without my help. For our cursive today, we have the letters C, A, D, and G. So it's pretty easy to make a C. You're just going to print the C and travel away. Print the C, travel away. For the A, you're going to print a C. You're going to travel up. You're going to touch. And then you're going to travel away. Okay, so C, up, touch, down, and away. For the letter D, you're printing the C. You're traveling up. You're going up higher. And you're traveling down and away. Just like that. For our letter G, you're going to print the C. You're going to go up and touch. And you're going down and turning. And you're going to aim for the corner. Travel away. And even mine's not perfect. There you go. All right, enjoy cursive. On the next page you can see some more practice pages, and you can also practice some words writing in cursive. Remember, the point with cursive is to not pick up your pencil until you need to add in stuff like the dots right there, or the crossing of the T's, that kind of stuff. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great Monday.